Taurus, how are you doing? This reading is for you. I did a pre-shuffle, so we're going to read some of the cards that are at the bottom of the deck, and then we'll get into pulling your cards. At the bottom of the Your Feelings Are Valid deck, we have change. Then, at the bottom of the Winged Enchantment deck, we have Peacock, number 26. 26 could be important. Then, at the bottom of the Line Strider's Tarot, we have the King of Pentacles. I was trying to figure out what this change card meant because this deck is supposed to be about feelings. So I don't know if there are feelings coming up around some change that is going on in your life. Sometimes I feel like when we're going through change or coming up on change and we're faced with the unknown, we tend to have a lot of anxiety and excitement. We can be a little bit airy. What I mean by airy is kind of like floating around, not really grounded. Anxiety and excitement tend to have a little bit of fear mixed in with them because we're not grounded. We have to read this card because I can't remember these ones to save my life. I just know that this card in particular pretty much asks you to strut your stuff, to be bold, because that's what a peacock does. It thrives in its beauty. It's confident within its beauty. It has no problem having the eye on them. And then the King of Pentacles can speak of a male figure, a mentor, but it can also speak of wisdom, financial success. So is change occurring because you're allowing yourself to be seen? Let's read Peacock real quick because sometimes there's other advice in there. I am Peacock, the glory of multifaceted expression. I am everything that shimmers. I am all that radiates. I am divinity manifest in physical form. I am the power of flash and the influence of physical beauty. I am the reflection of inner grace on the outside. I am the mirror of everything magnificent. You need to accept and own your body, for it is a mirror of the soul. To be aware of spirit is essential, but not to the exclusion of physicality. We take our forms for a reason, to express our uniqueness in the world. Vanity is no sin, but a deep appreciation of our creation when grounded in a healthy love of self. Break out the colors, fluff the feathers, don your finest threads. I have come to teach you how to flaunt with grace, emanating a true beauty from every facet of your being. You are beauty inside and out. You are body, mind, and spirit. You are effortless charm. You are peacock. And I find that to be really interesting because there seems to be a bit of emphasis on beauty in this card. I don't know if you can see it. And the rose is associated with this. I don't know if you've ever watched it, but oh no, The Little Prince and his rose and how beautiful she knows she is. I also feel like this card has to do with knowing that you have something to offer, knowing that you have something to flaunt. And that could be even more than just beauty. You could have something else to flaunt as well. Forgive. What do we have? Forgive. Reflection and trauma. Reflection. Is there some trauma around what you look like? And then we have forgive. You are deserving gratitude. Okay. Do you believe that you're not beautiful because of what someone may have said to you? Sometimes we can have beliefs about ourselves instilled upon us. Am I saying that right? Due to other people that we spent the majority of our lives around, being made fun of. Interesting. I'm going to shuffle one more time. If nothing comes out of this deck, then we got all the messages that we needed to from it. Duck was at the bottom of the deck. That is number 9, so there could be something about ready to complete. Interesting. All right, we have 25 at the bottom of the deck with Parrot. Another bright and bold bird. And then we have Swallow. And it landed on top of reflection and trauma. I'm also seeing the sun and the moon here. The sun and the moon representing yin and yang, the dark and the light. Maybe there is a shadow aspect of yourself or something that you keep hidden that deserves to be seen and forgiven. Or maybe there is a shadow aspect that was caused by somebody else. I don't even want to call it a shadow aspect. This could really just be something that you keep in the dark because you think that it isn't good due to something that was done to you. If that makes any sense. But there needs to be forgiveness around it. Maybe there's something that you have to forgive yourself for. Maybe there's something that you have to forgive somebody else for. And one thing I just want to remind you is forgiveness isn't acceptance. I'm not asking you to go ahead and invite whoever it is back into your life. I'm just stating that the power of forgiveness is something that opens the heart back up. It opens your heart to yourself for all that you are, and it opens your heart up for something new, and it helps keep you from perpetuating the same cycle over and over again. A lot of times when we have a trauma around something, it creates a sort of circumstance or situation that we unknowingly invite back into our lives. And finding forgiveness releases the role that a person played in your life. It releases a role that you've played, and it helps you close out the cycle. I just feel like because of how much there is in here about being seen and being deserving, maybe there is a belief that you had that the quieter you are, the more hidden you are, the better. Um, Maybe you were made to feel bad because you were someone who shined, had shown. Um, I don't know. We have the Empress at the bottom of the deck. I have to be careful. Her boobies hanging out. Ouch. Alright. We have the Ten of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, but then the star fell out on top of that. So I believe that's speaking about a situation that you've been in lately, but there is something that is bringing hope to it. And then we have the Seven of Cups. But I want to go ahead and read Parrot and Swallow, and then I'll get into the tarot a little bit more. I am Parrot, the fierceness of color and the flash of life. I am the climax of magical color and the blending of light and shadow. The blending of light and shadow. Light and shadow. I am the bridge of communication. I will mimic you, teaching you the proper use of integration and expression. I am the power of words and the effects of speech. I can learn your voice with as much ease as you can learn mine. Words are portals in time, framing the evolution of verbal magic. There are no barriers except those created by humanity. We are all different colors of the same spectrum. This may be a time to clear your throat and let your voice sing out. I am flamboyant and dazzling. I want to be seen. I yearn to be heard. It is time to break down the walls and explore the vastness of your own brightness. Integrate everything you hear around you. You are dazzling. You are expressive. You are free-spirited. You are parent. Yes, you're being asked to be seen. And there is something around not wanting to be seen that needs to be released. It needs to be integrated and released. It's not something that you have to push away. You actually have to bring it in close and hold it like a sad little baby and tell it that it matters. And hear what it has to say. And then accepting it, allowing it to be a part of yourself without shame, without regret, without hatred, without resentment. I am Swallow, the direction changer. I am the swiftness of every great move. I am the exploration of new angles. I am the bold agility you need to catch what is yours. I am the adaptability required for new experiences. I am the oh shoot. I was about to repeat that line. What you seek eludes you, and I am here to help you find out why. Step outside of yourself and take a longer look. You may have missed a shortcut, or have taken one by mistake. I am the hope of new pathways. I am the right place at the right time. I am the most efficient use of skill. You are encountering choice and the magnitude of its potential. Sometimes the best decisions require the least reflection. I am the spontaneity of a single fleeting moment where everything can change. I am the determination to cross difficult terrain. Trust your intuition. Mm. I know, I don't feel like the Two of Pentacles has much to do with choice, but it could. Or like a decision, a financial decision perhaps. Because I was about to be like the Ten of Wands and the Two of Pentacles together could be, oh, I'm tired of carrying all of this. I'm tired of juggling all of this just to make things work. I'm tired of doing all of this to make everything balance in my life just to keep getting by. It's become heavy. And then I thought maybe the star was saying something along the lines of hope is coming to this situation. But now I'm wondering if you're being faced with a decision to allow yourself to be seen. But with the Ten of Wands here and the Two of Pentacles, because if you look at it, it does kind of look like weighing one's options. Does that make sense? Do you see it? Have you been keeping yourself stuck because you feel unworthy of being seen? And the reason I'm also thinking that this has something to do with a decision that needs to be made um, is we have the Seven of Cups here. I have to be careful because her could be zero out too. She has, there are these shards of glass up in the air, and which speak of different options. But being as they're glass, I wonder if this also brings a bit of some of that reflection symbolism into it as well. And then with the Empress at the bottom, the Empress is a very nurturing feminine energy. And earlier today, I did get some cards about in one of my daily focus readings, I got something about I got one of the, I think it was a beauty card. It's a card about beauty and loving on yourself, making yourself feel good, nurturing yourself. And then all of this talk about embracing your beauty. My goal with my channel is to guide people into shadow work, to break cycles for themselves, to guide them back home to themselves, to do the hard, uncomfortable work. Because I want you to have everything you ever wanted. I want you to have what is in alignment with you. And the only way that you can achieve that is through focusing on yourself, um, doing the work for you, looking at what you can do to stop abandoning yourself, to stop rejecting aspects of yourself. To allow what is meant for you to come to you through being focused on yourself. I'm going to see if anything else wants to come out for the tarot. So all of my readings are going to be more, what should I be focused on? There will be some aspects of something coming in, but that isn't going to be the focus. At the end of the day, we have free will. So if the cards say something's coming in, you could change that within like 5 seconds by a single choice. It really just, what comes in for you really has everything to do with how you're choosing to carry yourself and what you're choosing to focus on, how you're choosing to respond to situations in your life. So that's what the goal is here, and I hope that works for you. I hope that you embrace it because, like I said, I want nothing more than to help everyone. So Ten of Pentacles. Six of Swords. Moving from one shore of thought to another. Moving away from difficulty. However, Swords has more to do with the mind, so I like the moving from one shore of thought to another. Shift of perspective, changing how you think about something. You have, so there's no boobies on there. Justice. We got Five of Pentacles. The High Priestess and the Six of Pentacles came out reversed. And then, well, the Ten of Pentacles came out first, but Justice. Cutting through to the truth of a situation creates balance, equilibrium. Sometimes seeing something for what it really is can leave us feeling wounded, feeling disillusioned, or a little bit lost. The Ten of Pentacles has to do with long-term goals. The long-term things that everybody wants. Well, maybe not everybody, but most people. And then the High Priestess reversed and the Six of Pentacles. I may pause for a second so I can take a look at these cards and their reversed meanings because I'm having a hard time connecting to them at the moment. So give me 1 second.